Hey, soap fans! Welcome back to Weekly Soap Chronicles, your go-to spot for all the jaw-dropping twists, sizzling secrets, and wild betrayals from your favorite daytime drama, Beyond the Gates. This week, Fairmont Crest is on fire, old flames are reignited, new faces shake up the scene, and family secrets threaten to blow everything sky high. Buckle up, because the week of May 12th through 16th is pure soap gold. The week kicks off with a bang. Dani shows up at Ted's hotel room to give him a piece of her mind. She tells him her sister is too kind to call him a piece of trash, so she was there to do it for her. Later, Anita came by and calls Ted a coward and says that he should be fighting to make things right. Ted admits he was wrong for having an affair, but he never stopped loving Nicole. Later, Anita and Dani have a conversation with Eva. Anita says that she is not unsympathetic as to how Eva was raised and hopes that Ted steps up to be a real father to her. However, because of the way she deliberately hurt Nicole, she will never be part of the Dupree family. Meanwhile, Leslie shows up at Nicole's house saying that she didn't mean to hurt her, but Nicole is not buying it. Leslie could have come to her woman to woman instead of humiliating her in public. Leslie admits that it wouldn't have had the same impact, and the main purpose was to expose Ted and reveal Eva as Ted's daughter. Kat and Martin check in on their mom Nicole and learn that Leslie was there. Nicole tells them they will have to accept the fact that Eva is their half-sister. Kat is not having it and says that she will make them pay for what they did to Nicole if it's the last thing she does. At the casino, Mona learns that Leslie lied about winning big on the slot machines at the casino. She sees Eva playing poker and calls Eva a backstabbing heifer and says that her reputation is now ruined because of Eva. Later, Mona shows up at Leslie's apartment asking Leslie to explain where she got this large sum of money. Leslie had previously told Mona that she won big on a slot machine at the casino, and when questioned again by Mona, Leslie says she got the money by maxing out her credit cards, another lie. Mona leaves saying we are no longer friends. Vanessa tells Joey about Ted and Nicole's marital issues. She feels bad for Nicole and doesn't know what to say to her. Joey invites her back to his place to impress her even more with his charm. Vanessa turns down the invitation. Meanwhile, across town, Doug shows up at the casino and says to his friend Randy, Joey's right-hand man, that he is not going to gamble anymore, pretends to leave but dips back into the room and tells the dealer to deal him in at the poker table. The episode ends with Ted showing up at Leslie's apartment warning her to stay away from the Dupree family and that she has ruined his life. Leslie confesses that she still is and always will be in love with Ted. Ted leaves furious, but Leslie is determined to make Ted hers. Tuesday's episode opens with Martin having another bad dream. This time we hear a man's voice saying, "Let's see the color of your money. Why do these memories keep coming back, and what does all of it mean?" Later, Martin meets with Vernon telling him the dreams are getting worse, and he has decided not to run for president, hoping this decision will help him sleep better at night. Ted invites Eva to have breakfast at the country club. He says that he's done hiding and that he is a member of the club, and she belongs there too. Dani and Nicole show up at the country club, and Dani lets Ted have it and reminds Eva that she will never be a Dupree. Later, Ted begs for Nicole's forgiveness. Leslie attempts to join Jan for breakfast, but Jan tells her to find another table. Mona told her everything. Eva, desperate for acceptance, makes a final plea for her mother's love. But Leslie is still furious with her for siding with Ted. Leslie, defiant that everyone has turned against her, vows that she has more surprises in store. Derek has moved in with Ashley, and they are trying to figure out the dynamics of their relationship in living together, and it's not going well. I mean, they are literally arguing over who's going to cook breakfast and who will get in the shower first. Really? Ashley and Derek are not going to make it. The next morning, Joey sends Vanessa a text, "Hope you dreamed about me last night." Meanwhile, Doug stayed all night at the casino not returning any of Vanessa's text messages. Joey confronts Doug at the casino saying, "You owe me a lot of money and yet you continue to gamble and get into more debt." He tells Doug to get the money from Vanessa. Doug finally realizes that Joey wants to launder money through Vanessa's real estate firm. Who is this mystery man? Is he a private investigator? Does he work for Joey? He seems to be very interested in the people of Fairmont Crest. Wednesday, Andre checks in on Nicole to see how she's doing. Nicole is suspicious of his motives because Andre knew about Ted's affair and kept it secret. Nicole tells him that her feelings are still raw, and she understands the position that Ted put him in. However, she still cares for him as her nephew. Later, Nicole asks Dani, "What's going on with you and Andre?" Dani denies anything is going on between them. Eva sees Kat at Orphe Jean's restaurant and wants to develop a sisterly relationship with her. But Kat doesn't want anything to do with Eva. Martin invites Kat over for pizza and suggests that they invite Eva so that she and Kat can hash things out. Kat is furious, but Martin invites Eva anyway. Later at Martin and Smitty's house, Eva gives Samantha a makeover and Sam loves the new hairdo. Vernon urges Anita to call the members of her group the Articulates and for them to reunite and get back on stage. Anita still doesn't want to reach out to them due to the way she treated them when she went solo back in the day. At the end of the day, Anita reaches out to Sharon, who hangs up on her. Jacob and Naomi meet with June, trying to convince her to stay in an apartment for the unhoused. June is feeling ill, coughing, and sneezing during their meeting. She starts to feel worse, and they eventually take her to the hospital. At the hospital, June is diagnosed with pneumonia and needs immediate surgery. Bill and Haley have some alone time in the office. Bill is still feeling numbness in his hand, and he continues to hide it from Haley. Big casting news on Thursday's episode. The role of Ted Richardson is now being played by Keith D. Robinson, taking over the role from Maurice Johnson. Kat visits Ted, and they have a serious conversation about why he cheated on Nicole. Ted explains that the woman he met as Dana is not the same woman that everyone sees today. He was missing the attention from Nicole, and Dana let him be himself. The love that he feels for Nicole and his children is real. He hopes that one day Kat can forgive him. Naomi and Ashley discuss Derek moving in and it's not going well. Derek meets up with Jacob and says the same thing. Before the move, they were happy as clams, but after, not so much. But they love each other and they will figure it out. Later, Naomi visits June at the hospital. She hands her a faded picture that June left at the restaurant. Naomi asks who the kids in the picture are. June says she doesn't know, but the picture makes her happy. Fans are predicting that June is Haley's mother. What do you all think? Let me know in the comments below. Leslie shows up at Bill's office to discuss the cease and desist order so that she will refrain from slandering his good name. Leslie is undeterred and basically tells Bill to bring it. Leslie meets with Eva and shows her the cease and desist order and asks her to speak to Ted on her behalf so he can make Bill leave her alone. Eva was disappointed that Leslie didn't acknowledge it was her birthday, and she only wants Eva to talk to Ted. Eva refuses to do so and reminds Leslie that no one knows what happened with Laura's accident. Yet, Kat figures out that at the same time Eva and Leslie arrive in town, Laura, Nicole's assistant, is ran off the road. Eva was able to slide right into becoming Nicole's assistant. Leslie shows up at Ted's hotel room while Kat is there and alludes to the fact that Eva was the one that caused the accident. Little did she know that Kat was recording the conversation. This week ends with Dani and Geneva at the casino to drum up money for their new modeling agency. Joey says that he is surprised to see Doug, considering he owes him a boatload of money. Doug tells Joey that he's back doing surgeries and that he will be able to pay him back in no time. Joey isn't buying it and gives Doug a week to pay off his debt. Ted shows up to Leslie's apartment to make sure she doesn't have plans for Eva's B-Day. He says that Eva is the product of a deranged mother. Leslie goes on telling him how lonely she felt when she gave birth to Eva, all the while wishing that Ted was there to witness the birth of their child and be in Eva's life from day one. Bill visits Vernon and Anita to drop off the documents from the sale of the beachfront property that he and Dani had together, leaving it with them to avoid a confrontation with Dani. Couldn't you have used a courier service? Anita tells him not to show up uninvited again and next time to request an appointment. Vernon is still pressing the issue for Anita to reach out to the Articulates. Later, she calls Tracy, the other group member, and Tracy agrees to come over for dinner. Kat plays for Jacob the recording of Leslie admitting that Eva ran Laura off the road. But Jacob says that it's all hearsay and at this point nothing can be done in terms of arresting Eva. Friday's episode ends with Jacob arriving at Leslie's place stating that they need her at the police station. Could it be he wants to question her about Laura's accident? And that's a wrap on another explosive week in Fairmont Crest. From new faces and old secrets to risky dreams and family feuds, Beyond the Gates delivered the drama we crave. What was your favorite moment? Are you Team Kat or Team Eva? And do you think June is Haley's mother? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to Weekly Soap Chronicles for all your soapy updates. Until next time, keep your tissues handy and your secrets closer. Because in Fairmont Crest, the drama never sleeps.